introduce you to 4 different desserts with minimal ingredients that are absolutely classy and delicious. Welcome back to Wonder Lemons. If you're here for the first time, hi, I'm Luciya. When the weather starts to get damp and cold, you probably notice your body craving for more spice and more sugar. Spice because you're seeking warmth, and sugar because your body is craving for more energy. And the best way to satisfy that is to enjoy some delicious, healthy desserts in a balanced way. We start with a cranberry and lemon cheese parfait. We start this by making a cranberry compote. Into 2 cups of fresh cranberries washed and cleaned, I'm adding half a cup of raw cane sugar, little ground nutmeg, juice of half a lemon, a good amount of lemon zest, add about half a cup of water. Now this goes on to the stuffed dough. Let it cook on medium heat for about 5 to 10 minutes. You will start to see that the cranberries are starting to get soft and brighter in color. Cranberries are considered to be one of the superfoods. It can lower your blood pressure, it can treat UTI, improve your immunity, and amazing for the health of your gut. Once the cranberries have opened and looks like this, take it out of the heat and let it cool down. We move on now to getting the cheese layer ready. I have 250 grams of cream cheese. Into that, I'm adding half a cup of heavy cream, half a cup of plain sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Mix this well. Add half a tablespoon of lemon juice. Continue to mix it well until it's smooth and creamy. Let's now crumble some whole wheat or digestive biscuits. We don't like the biscuits to be fully crumbled, so I intentionally leave some bigger pieces in. So that's up to you. Now go ahead and layer it the way you like it. You can layer in whatever way you like and according to your convenience. Individual Parfait cups are definitely our favorite way of having them. I'm doing a double layer of lemon cheese and the cranberry compote. Top it up with some fresh lemon zest. With my this recipe measurements, you can make 5 to 6 parfait servings. I named my second dessert as pumpkin brownie squares. For these pumpkin brownie squares, I'm making 4 sets of mixes. First one, into 1 3/4 cups of plain flour, I'm adding in 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Sieve it, mix it, keep that aside. Second set, into another larger bowl, 2 cups of sugar. I'm using raw cane sugar, 4 eggs, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. For brownie squares, you just need to do a quick mix, but well mixed to avoid any lumps. However, it should not become light and fluffy. Now we put the dry mix into the wet mix, add them in together, and set that aside. On to the third mix. Along with half a cup of softened butter on room temperature, I'm adding in some instant coffee mixed with very little water, half a cup of cocoa powder, and 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Mix them well. Take your initial mix and pour half into the chocolate mix. Now to the fourth mix. I'm taking 1.5 cups of pumpkin puree. This is store-bought, but you can use fresh puree if you like. Just make sure it's a thick puree. Add a bit of ground cinnamon. And now add the other half of the first mix into the pumpkin mix. I'm adding a tiny bit of turmeric to enhance the color. Non-stick your tray with oil or butter with flour or a bit of cocoa. Let this go into a regular sized baking pan of 7 by 11 inches. And I always like to use a glass tray to bake this. If you want, you can do some pretty designs or top it off with some nuts or chocolate chips. And it goes into a preheated oven of 350 Fahrenheit and bakes for about 35 to 40 minutes. You know, pumpkin is another superfood. It is filled with vitamin A, which obviously is good to improve our vision. It has very low calories, so perfect for weight loss, and it's filled with a number of vitamins and minerals such as iron, folate, potassium, manganese, and so much more. And it has this antioxidant property which will definitely help to improve and boost our immune system. There you have an absolutely yummy, gooey pumpkin brownie squares with such a beautiful outer. You can enjoy it warm with some ice cream, or if you plan to have it later, keep them covered in the same glass tray. Let's move on now to the third dessert. We are making a rich classic butter cake with plums and apples. This is perfect for any large family gathering. Choose any sweet apple. Our family favorite is the Gala apple. I'm chopping 3 apples into small cubes. Sprinkle about 3 tablespoons of raw cane sugar and let that rest. Moving on to the plums. Slice about 3 to 4 large plums and keep that aside too. Now to the dry mix. Into 4 cups of flour, add about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. To avoid lumps, always sieve the flour. This particular recipe quantities are large. It's for about 10 people, so you can adjust based on your need. For the wet mix, I have 1 cup and 1/3 of butter, which is softened at room temperature. There are 2 cups of raw cane sugar. Beat them together until it's light. Now start adding 1 egg at a time. I'm using 8 eggs, which are at room temperature. Many times we go wrong in baking is because of the wrong temperature of eggs, milk, butter, etc. So it's very important to carefully follow the temperature instructions as given on the recipe. The wet mix is ready. I'm adding in the dry mix and folding that in well. I'm transferring these two into 2 baking trays, one of 9-inch diameter and the other one 8 by 4 inches. Put the chopped apples in. You need to push down the apples and plums into the cake mix. I'm gonna bake them in a preheated oven of 300 Fahrenheit for about 1 hour and 40 minutes. It's ready and looks fabulous. Let it rest in the tray for 10 minutes and then you can cool it for 1 hour on a cooling rack and enjoy it with some coffee or tea. The last one is a sassy, spicy dessert. A poached pear in red wine and very subtle spices. Take a nice firm pear, skin it. You can poach them sliced or as a whole. I'm showing you with a whole pear. For the poaching agent, I'm taking 1 cup of red wine, 2 cups of raspberry kiwi juice. You can replace that with orange juice or a mixed berry juice or an apple juice. 1 tablespoon of raw cane sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of ground cloves, 2 teaspoons of grated fresh ginger. Stir them. Once it's about to start boiling, place the pear in. You need to have the pear immersed into the wine mix. You can use a deep saucepan or a pot, and keep turning occasionally that the color is spread well and evenly. Let that cook on a medium flame. Pears are great for weight loss and excellent for your stomach. Especially combined with ginger and wine, it heals your gut, ulcers, bloating, inflammation, good for your bladder. After about 30 minutes of cooking, take it off the flame, let it rest overnight in room temperature. To bring out the best poached pear, I like the slow method, and you need a couple of days for that. Next day morning, it goes into the fridge, and I leave it in the fridge for 2 days and keep turning the pear sides occasionally. After 2 days, take the pear out of the wine, and we're going to cook down the sauce. It's now ready and time to eat. A poached pear tastes amazing with some vanilla ice cream or mascarpone cheese. Or our favorite healthy option is to enjoy with some crushed nuts or dry fruits or just regular medium-aged cheese. There you have it, 4 fabulous healthy desserts that you must try at this time of the year. If you try these out, share with us on Instagram. It'll be great to see you enjoying them. Before you leave, if this video has taught you something new or has helped you in any way, do give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't, and share it with a friend. That would mean definitely a lot to us. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Until then, eat healthy and stay joyful.